I nearly completed all the problems in section 8, and I'm going to show them here. I picked up in problem 24, ended up in problem 60. There were 9 proofs, total of 255 proofs so far. August 1st, 2025 is when I'm making this video. Although it'll be published ahead, I continue to be ahead about a month and a half, I think almost 2 months. But I know that things change and I get busier and or less busy. And so I always want to be ahead just to make sure that I'm never behind. Total of 542 problems attempted, and that's 32.1% of the 1,688 problems in Gallian. Nothing's changed up here because I have not completed all the problems in section 8. Section 8 is exterior products. And unlike section 7, which totally kicked my butt, section 8 was a delight. I found it a lot easier and got a lot of problems right, and that felt good. When I did problems in section 7, I felt a lot of times that I had to use a lot of logic that seemed to be non-standard. It's good. You need that in a book to kind of get you off your safety. But I'm very happy to be back in the land of you read the examples, you understand the concepts, you do a problem like it in the exercises, and then maybe you do another one that's a little harder, and you move on to the next concept. That I like more, I have to say. So external direct products are really ways to combine groups, and then also from them to make subgroups. Yeah, piece together groups to make larger groups. That's what this is all about. So you take 2 groups, you multiply them together, all the elements, and you get a new group. So direct products are also groups. I already shown this before in the last video when I showed the reading, so I'm going to go straight to the problems without saying anything else. Yeah, so I picked up for problem 24. So it's all these problems, and then almost this whole page. Yeah, and then I think in the next video I'm going to have all these problems and then the beginning of, and then the reading of section 9, which I'm already doing as we speak. Okay, so then for the problems here, yeah, it was great to look at the answers and be correct many times. That really, really helps. That did not happen in section 7. Yeah, try to find, yeah, and this one, problem 26, this is the one where I finally figured out if you figure out the number of elements for every order and they're the same, you're good to go. You found your isomorphism. So it was laborious. I kind of convinced myself that something was one way, something was another, but then I realized, of course, they either both groups have to be abelian or both groups have to be non-abelian. That's important. But the key is to just figure out the order of all the elements, how many elements there are of every order, and if it's the same, you're home. Okay, then 27, nice simple proof. I got it right. 29, I also got right. Yeah, just do the logic of all the subgroups. Of course, I always learn about terminology the way the answers are laid out, and I like that. So I noted this down just to remember that the way that the simple way that is written in the answers is the way that I should continue to write the answers for these external direct products. More of the same, just laying out, take the various orders of the elements and combine them all, get the least common multiple, and that's the order of that external direct product, and then count how many elements there are to get to your table. So at the end, you've got a table that's got however many elements you have. Yeah, of course, the order of the largest subgroup is 30. Yeah, when you start laying them out, you're going to have a maximum LCM that you're going to get, at least common multiple, and you're going to see when you peek out, that's the largest order. And in some problems, I actually did more than was asked, just because I was working towards getting this down as a system. And I did, and I feel very happy about that. Yep, just going through, and then also figuring out what that subgroup is. I mean, you can state it, but in my case, I actually worked it out in detail. Worked the whole KD table for it, even though it was tedious. Yeah, simple proofs, I got right. I love it when I do that. Yeah, this was a breath of fresh air going through all these problems. It really was. Yeah. Just counting them all out, and then saying, yes, they are isomorphic. Got a little confused with 43. It happens. But it seemed like I wasn't sure. I'm not sure. Is what Gallian answers seems to be a different problem than the one asked. He asked, does the non-zero complex numbers under multiplication have a subgroup isomorphic to exterior product C2, Z2? And I believe it's I, because it's an order 4 group. But then the answer was that effectively, yeah, this lost me. This answer lost me. I don't know. I made a note of it. And then this one, I screwed it up. But after that, I learned my lesson, and I used the mistake to move forward, as always. Yeah, I didn't get this one right because I didn't do enough examples. If I had done enough examples, I would have realized that it wasn't 2k plus 1, it was 2 to the k minus 1. My mistake. Yeah, once again, I learned from my mistake. When I looked at the answer, I was like, what? I did something wrong. And so, yeah, I needed to match the order, and I made a mistake. That's why I was wrong here. And then in this case, I started writing out these tables for these two problems, and it's not needed. It just takes space. All I needed to do was start from the very first few elements and figure out what that cross term needed to be. So you're given 2, 3, 2, 3 goes to 1, 1, and then you're like, oh, wait a minute, so I need 2 3s all across. What are the elements that added give me 2, 3, and it's 1, 4. And that's why the answer is 1, 4. Even though this is an even problem, but I'm pretty sure I got it right. And in this one, I got confused. I answered phi of 0, 1 instead of phi of 1, 0. But I had laid them all out, so I could answer any question, except I did it wrong because I did the flipped one. Yeah. So there you have it. That is up to problem 60 of section 8.